Howdy, y'all. My name is Price. I'm coming at you with another episode of Slime Rancher, and as you can tell, I am being very quiet. And that's because some nonsense happened today with my video, and it did not record the sound audio for the game. I'm not sure why this happened, but because of it, I'm going to be cutting around the video and just kind of narrating to y'all what happened with a little bit of background music. The sound cuts in later on, for some reason, in different cuts that I did, but for some reason, the first 40 minutes of what I recorded today did not get recorded. It's a real bizarre bug, and it's definitely something that happened with OBS, and I'm not sure why. Anyway, today we looked at the version 1.01 update of Slime Rancher, and we were able to show off a bunch of the new things. So I'm going to quickly tell you guys what came up in the new version 1.01 update, and then we can cut around the video and y'all can see all the other stuff because I recorded several other narrations to tell you about the other upcoming updates that have happened. So, in this update, there were a few major changes that were added, most notably the map. This is probably the biggest change that has been added to Slime Rancher. This is, honestly, in my mind, this is probably the biggest change that they made, and it's super exciting. So if you press M, you will see a map. Honestly, at the beginning, you will notice that you only have access to the map of the ranch, which makes sense. In order to expand your map, you have to actually explore the other areas of the world of the Far Far Range, and in those areas, you will find these little blue nodes that you activate, and those give you the new areas to the map. Now, in the background right now, you should be seeing me running around the Far Far Range, finding all of those nodes. I found all of the map nodes, so if you watch this video, in the background, you should be able to see all of those nodes being found. And I'll probably put a title at the top that tells you which one those are, and show you where on the map those are located. So, what else did we find in this new update? Ponds, this is a small update. Ponds now produce infinite water, so if you put a pond on your farm, you can actually use that as a great source of water. And gardens have been updated, so they now produce infinitely. So instead of you having to replant them every 3 days, they will continue to produce the same item over and over again. There are a number of other small updates that have been added to this, but there are also two other big updates that were added. First and foremost, there are now slime toys for the Fire, Mosaic, Dervish, and Tangle slimes. So I probably have showed you some of those in the background as well, or will shortly in the future, because I did find and get all of those. And then lastly, there is the Gilded Ginger, which is extremely difficult to get. It is the food of the golden slime. It is super rare. I looked for hours to find it, and I did. So without further ado, here is the Gilded Ginger. Holy crap, y'all. Okay, so I have spent the past 2 hours looking for a Gilded Ginger, and I finally found one. So there you saw it. It was right here. I created a little teleporter here, and I've actually been restarting and starting and restarting and starting and restarting and starting the days because another YouTuber, and I'm going to pull up her name because I would never have thought to have looked here if I hadn't checked. So it is Gigi Nethers. She created a video. She's the only person that I have seen who has actually found a Gilded Ginger other than myself right this very moment. It was literally in this spot here. She said she found it over here, I believe. Next to this little bridge thing here where you get this treasure pod. So it seems that they appear in places where there aren't wild slimes and maybe around places where you find rare treasure crackers. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, holy butts, we got ourselves a Gilded Ginger. I cannot believe it. I'm actually kind of crazy ecstatic right now. So let us read the Slimepedia entry for this real fast. We got resources, Gilded Ginger. It's actually super late at night, so if I sound really quiet, it's because I'm trying to be quiet. So, type veggie, favored by the golden slime. Very few ranchers will ever read this. About. Curiously, Gilded Ginger cannot be replicated in garden as it is unusual biological properties prohibit it. However, there is perhaps another use for it. Said to be the holy grail of veggies, Gilded Ginger can very rarely be growing in the desert. It is the only known food that a gold slime will eat, and the few that have seen it claim that doing so will greatly reward the lucky rancher. So yeah, like I was saying, I ran around looking for this thing for hours. And when I found Gigi's video, I came here, I set up this teleporter near the mosaic Gordo, and I basically just ran circuits running around from here, checking the other Gordo locations, checking the other treasure cracker locations, basically staying above the map as much as I could. I mean, I didn't think I was going to ever find it. I mean, I recorded for at least, I don't know, an hour and a half, and then I stopped recording and played for another hour, and then finally found it just now, and I got like shocked when I saw it sticking out of the ground there. So you saw what it looks like when it's sticking out of the ground. There's one thing I would like to check before we finish today, because this is what I'm assuming is going to be the main big deal with this. Let me see if it goes in here. It does not. Okay, so it is not a science item. I thought maybe it went for science stuff, but it doesn't appear to. So here's what I'm going to do on this file. We are going to create another random quick warp depot. Let's make a gray one. We're going to put that, let's put it, where's a good spot that's just going to be available? Ah, here we go. Okay, so let's put that down here. Warp tech, gray warp. And I'm going to leave my Gilded Ginger right there. That's my prized possession right there. So in a future episode, we'll try and figure out what that does. Obviously, you can feed it to a golden slime, and you're going to get a whole bunch of plorts out of it. But it says also, you know, in the Slimepedia and in the other entries, it says that it perhaps has another use for it. So this is what I'm curious about. I don't care about getting extra golden plorts. We've already gotten so many golden plorts, it doesn't matter. But now we know that there's something even more special for this. So we're going to think about that, and maybe there's something really cool that it can be used for. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and I will see y'all next time. All right, y'all. So I ran around looking for the map nodes for a little while, and I also went on the hunt for the Golden Ginger, and I decided that it took me way too long to do that in the video, with this being a video basically built to showcase the updates. I wanted to just go ahead, and I'm going to show you guys some footage here of me playing a whole lot more later on tonight. Hopefully I found more of the map nodes so I can show those off to you, and maybe I even found the Gilded Ginger. While I'm recording this, I'm not sure if I did that or not. But I do want to list off for y'all all of the updates that are coming down the pipe, and so I figured why not go ahead and record this as a separate bit of audio. Then I can actually play and record Slime Rancher later into the night when I gotta worry about quiet hours in my building. So without further ado, here we go. Here are the updates that are coming up. So version 1.1.0. This is called the Ogden's Wild Update, and this adds a new zone called the Wilds. And in the Wilds, oh, by the way, we don't have any dates on these updates yet, so this is all just, it'll be done when it's done. So the Ogden's Wild Update, this is the one that's coming up next, and this is called version 1.1.0. It adds the zone The Wilds, and in The Wilds, you take a side job working for Ogden Ortiz and explore the Wilds, an untamed island on the far, far range full of primitive feral slimes. Ogden will offer you unique rewards for collecting the rare Cucadoba fruit that grows in the Wilds. So it sounds like we're going to have a fun new zone that we're going to get to explore that's all focused on the character of Ogden Ortiz, and you're going to see that this is a theme with these updates that are coming out in trying to expand the lore of the additional characters in the game who so far we've only known through the mail and through the range exchange. So in the Wilds, in Ogden's Wilds update, there will be new slimes, the Saber Slimes. And so I'll give you the description there. It says, though the original Saber Slimes are long extinct, their lineage lives on in the feral largos that inhabit the wilds. But watch out, these primal slimes would like nothing more than to make you their lunch. So this is really interesting to me. I think that what this is suggesting that says that the original Saber Slimes are long extinct, but their lineage lives on in feral largos, is that we're not actually going to be able to see Saber Slimes, but we may be able to get Saber Slime plorts, or at least see largos that involve combinations with Saber Slimes. So it's going to be really cool. We're going to have a new slime that's going to be added. Additionally, in this update, we're going to get casual mode, which y'all know I've talked about a lot in the past, and this is a mode that will allow you to play the game but have no TARs at all, and so it's a more relaxed version of the game for many reasons that y'all who are watching the Desert series will know. This is going to be really exciting for me. I'm really looking forward to casual mode. So that's all coming in the Ogden's Wild update. That's the next big update to come out. So the update following Ogden's Wild update is Mochi's Megabucks, and this is version 1.2.0. So this adds, again, another zone called Nimble Valley. And in this one, you partner with Mochi Miles, who you remember she is the heir to the Miles estate or whatever. She's the really wealthy one who thinks she's the best in the world. And so it says, here's the description. Partner with Mochi Miles in a strictly business capacity to corner the market on Quicksilver slime plorts. Explore the Nimble Valley, a wholly owned property of Miles Corp, and earn unique rewards from your boss, the Mochi Miles. So as you can see in the description there, it suggests, and this is the next part of the update, that there are another set of new slimes, and these slimes are the Quicksilver slimes. Now the description for the Quicksilver slimes is, why doesn't the rest of the world know about Quicksilver slimes? Why are they only located in the Miles' own Nimble Valley? I'm sure it's just a coincidence. So here it suggests that the Miles family have their own specific breed of slime that no one else has access to. I'm really looking forward to this, and we're going to be able to find them and interact with them in Nimble Valley. Now, we don't know what the extent of us being able to play with these slimes. Can we get them back to our farm? Do we use them for science? We don't know any of this stuff yet, but it sounds like both of these updates involve teleporting or something to a new zone that is character specific to these side characters. So that's really cool. In addition, in this update, we've got the drones. So these are adorable drones that will be added to Slime Science, allowing you to selectively automate parts of the ranching experience. Manual ranching will still be required, but drones will reduce your workload and leave you with more time to explore. This is super exciting to me because this is automation, which you know, automation is something that I'm into in almost every game I play. I love automation. So I'm really looking forward to being able to build these little robots out of Slime Science and have them floating around my farm and doing stuff for us. We don't know what these things are going to look like. We don't know anything else about them, but it does sound like they're going to be able to do some of the stuff for us. Maybe gathering food and putting it into storage, maybe feeding slimes, maybe gathering plorts and selling them. Who knows? But we're going to figure it out, and we're going to put it to its test. Additionally, in this update, we are getting 5-Day Rush 2.0. The 5-Day Rush will be revisited with new features that make it a faster, more exciting experience. I'm thinking, this is my interpretation, because they've said nothing else other than they're going to be improving 5-Day Rush. My interpretation of this is that we're going to get access to things like Slime Science and teleporters earlier on. They're going to really reduce the amount of work it takes to do certain things so that you can get them within 5-Day Rush, and suddenly it'll become a much more action-packed thing because you really just have to be, going for the speed run kind of mentality. So I'm really excited for that. Finally, the last update planned in the roadmap is the Victor's Experimental Update. And so this adds two major things from as far as we can tell. The first is Victor's Slimulations, which sounds like simulations. And here's the description that's given on the official Monomi Park update roadmap. Join Victor Humphreys in the pursuit of knowledge and test out his slimulations, experiments aimed at acquiring valuable data in a virtual hypothetical environment that's, well, really it's very complicated sciencey stuff that we'll explain once you start. Just know that you'll be rewarded for your efforts. So here it sounds like we're probably going to do maybe some challenges or other types of things in a Matrix-like data digital environment with slimes. I'm really excited to see what this is because they could probably do a whole lot with it. And then finally, the last thing that is coming in this Victor's Experimental Update is Iron Rancher Mode. I've talked about this in the past. I am super excited for this. We're going to play a ton of it on the channel. So Iron Rancher Mode, an exciting new game mode that adds a replayable, survival-like experience to Slime Rancher, aimed at veteran ranchers, which I definitely am, who have cleared adventure mode and seek an increased challenge. The Iron Rancher competition has you racing against the clock to collect quotas of various plorts across multi-day rounds. However, each round offers unique challenges and remixed rules that greatly changes the standard Slime Rancher experience. Vampiric chickens? What? So we've talked about this one before, but it sounds like it's going to be some kind of competitive, focused form of Slime Rancher. I don't know if you're actually competing against other players. It doesn't say anything about multiplayer, so I'm going to assume this is a single-player thing. But what it is going to be a series of challenges that we're going to have to complete within the game with the rules changing. So maybe now all the slimes eat meat only, or maybe there's no more vegetables on the place, or maybe, every slime has like 3 different abilities that hurt you or can fly, or who knows what it's going to be. It's going to be messing with the rules, and I love that because for us, we're going to have to relearn and relearn and relearn every single time. I am super excited for this. So, Iron Rancher Mode, really excited. And that's the extent of the Slime Rancher roadmap for the updates that are coming down the pipe. This doesn't mean that those are the only updates that are planned, but these are the updates that will be coming. So with every big update, you can expect a video like this one from me where I'm going to lay out what's new and we're going to show it off. You can also expect other videos on Slime Rancher from me where I'm going to be playing these different new modes, where I'm going to be continuing the other series that we have to show these things off. We will be playing a lot of Slime Rancher on this channel pretty much all the time. So with that, thank you all so much for watching this video. Always stay tuned here on the Stumpt Prize channel for all of your Slime Rancher related news. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, a favorite, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. My name has been Price, and I will see y'all next time.